Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium where last time we got a little bit sidetracked. This young lady told me to fuck
So,
the
like,
hat.
seriously,
There is a hint of pity in her eyes. Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
That sounds a little bit transphobic, dude. Don't.
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up? What is it?
I think it's all of this. Oh, for fuck's sake. I shouldn't have internalized the fucking racism. Oh, shit. From selfish interests, it's the plight of the working
Oh.
class.
Really?
Yes, the golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike.
So the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is social justice?
Yes. Social justice is an adolescent term, sounds almost liberal. What's got me shaking is the people's struggle.
Yeah, man. They're pretty bad.
How many people are there actually?
3.6 billion, not counting those in sale.
Not. Why are you not counting those in Seoul? There's a story behind this. That many?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick, though?
Now that you mention it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
It had just the faintest scent of chewing gum. They were in a woman's hand. Yeah, reading them did not make me feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all.
But
Who
it's
was she?
always
Really?
it's
You
always
seem to be
political.
pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
Nope, just the smell,
Wow,
apparently.
man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yep, why would I have
How come you
reacted
don't remember,
this
though?
strongly otherwise?
Is it like some selective memory thing?
What do you mean by this selective memory
Man,
thing?
when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
Nah, it's more like I got unbelievably drunk and erased my memory.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze
Yeah,
that
booze.
I forgot too.
Sure. Sure, booze. Okay.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
The what wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
I'm not sure this made things any better. I have some questions
Sure.
for you. What you
Oh,
see in the
that.
church?
You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
Try me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
I'm sorry, what?
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Okay, how high were you exactly?
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
What did he
He
look
looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
Okay.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
Yeah, gangster crabman.
I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either. I'm surprised Noid did. Andre I expected, but Noid. My
What can you tell me about
associates,
your associates?
I haven't got much to say about them.
You must know
Of course I
something.
do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Well, you can talk to me. I'm a cop. Oh wait, that's not right.
To the cops.
Exactly.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
Maybe I'll do drugs later. What's that
this
device?
is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Any news on my wife's name?
No,
What about my mother?
you're welcome.
Does it have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
Oh shit, I didn't catch that. Or, no, I mean the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Contact Mike is a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete and an inspirational figure. He's not a champion. You are. Look here in the foggy saggy tent. Yeah, you're the champion.
Man, you are one weird cop.
This isn't about me, it's about your lack of respect. I'd say I'm just about normal. Yeah, considering how cops usually are. Harry isn't that far off. It's hard to get worse when you're already that low.
You do understand it all just sounds like Mike to me, right?
No. No, because it's clearly spelled differently. Mike, Mike. See? There's a difference. What do you mean audio is a different medium that doesn't convey spelling? That can't be how this works.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Yeah, do I like technobabble? Yes. Do I want to fill my channel with technobabble? Possibly. And I'm not gonna do it now.
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What the fuck is a Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds like a cool place.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
This is the guy your friend Egg likes.
Oh yeah, Egg's really into him. Maybe even too into him. He's a pretty intense personality.
I'm pretty intense too.
Don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years. Nor do I, but I have a concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Let's heal my morale before I die of a broken heart.
Okay.
What are you doing
Recording, I
here?
guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
Dick? What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
That's the dick move.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Don't feel bad, kid. You'll make all of the EDMs.
Take this, you're called.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Ah, it's a really cool hat, though. Do I want to give her my hat? Sure, let's give her my hat.
Thanks.
I miss my hat. It's supposed to be a music place.
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here and they are
They
inside?
got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Didn't you see it yourself? It's mostly music stuff, like this tape recorder, but bigger.
Like those headphones he sold?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why don't leave the stuff outside?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had
Go
other
ahead.
questions. Let's empathize.
The device is cold to the
Oh,
touch.
come on.
An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Okay, it's a white check. I can try it again.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
What pray tell is anodic dance
you
music?
know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments, like some sort of electronic dance music.
Synthesizers and tape consoles.
That'll never catch on.
Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes. This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness, or something finer?
More disco music.
You know, anodic, cathodic,
Oh, I already asked
music
this.
that's made with electronic instruments.
Got it.
What do you
Now
need
about
to
the
know?
church.
Go ahead.
Okay, we need to
Okay.
raise our empathy. So, okay, do we have another hat? We don't have another hat. I'm so sad. I want my hat back. I want my oh, I have a hat. Orange bum hat. +1 reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. I kinda like having rhetoric though. And I am definitely not built for reaction speed. Okay, so let's run to the church. Maybe we'll find a better hat. I need to find a bag so I can pick up all the bottles and make some money.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The doors remain unchanged, closed with a padlock.
Nope. Not what I want to do.
Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Doesn't seem like the most sturdy of things, but sure.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Oh. Is it what children call an emoji?
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so
It's
modern?
the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Yeah, this is blowing my mind, dude.
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
Okay, thanks, Kim. I'd assumed this would be something you'd be familiar with, as a standard emoji or something. Not me, of course, because my mind has been chemically wiped. And by chemically wiped, I mean I got shit drunk and high and have amnesia.
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is junior
For
delinquency?
Revachol said aussi, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law.
Ah, fuck the moral intern.
These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
Was? Shit, did I pass?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Padlock, padlock, padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Nice, I can try to take out the sticker.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Success! Put the sticker on my ledger.
Voila! Looks very modern.
Good.
You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Amazing. Now, does that actually change the shape of my ledger? I can check from here.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
The shape, no, the art of my ledger.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Okay, ready to see some crab people. Uh-oh. Another dead body. Fantastic. Okay, just to check. Does my pad have a sticker on it? No, it doesn't. Sad. Anything interesting I might have? I think I've read all the books. Okay, why can't I inspect the obviously dead body in front of... Oh no, it's not a dead body, it's a carving of a body. Okay, what's over here? Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Where are the crab people?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums.
This is weird.
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual.
What kind of wizardry is this?
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell!
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Oh no, I'm inside a noise-cancelling earphone.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow. The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Nope. It's
I wonder why
extraordinary.
the church was built with such strange acoustics.
I think it might be the electric thingies doing something.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Possibly.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Come on, perception. Damn it. I can't see shit.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork, the sense of a great height. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
What the fuck?
You see something hanging from the rafters,
It's a crab
looking
person.
straight at you with dark eyes.
It's a fucking crab person.
Maybe it's possible to...
It's the fucking crab people. Run! Run away! Run! Kim, give me your gun. It shoot the crab person. Okay, let's go back and inspect before we face the crab people.
The
Computer.
machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
It looks like the one in Doom
It's
commercial
also
area.
quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
A quaint little box of radio waves.
Step behind the computer. What could possibly go wrong?
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
What's inside the compartment?
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Oh, not the old lady again.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Elysium repeater station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Yeah, like the one.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
The filament just said log Feb
Good.
March.
Please repeat the password.
Shit.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I'm the police. Please
I
open
am
this thing.
contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for trace accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Ah, damn it.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
We still haven't found the password.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. I will register this login attempt.
Damn, not again.
Trace accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope. That's gonna be all. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
What happens if I press print?
Nothing happens.
Oh, sad. Okay, what's with this big hole in the wall?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Leave me alone, woman. No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope.
I'm not your bug.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder, with 3 fingers.
Not doing that cross either.
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass.
I mean, obviously I know because I read the book, but let's see.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Okay, remind me again what an innocence is.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. And innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Sounds like some religious dictatorial bullshit.
No, we are alone.
When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty, draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
No, I healed myself. It's fine.
No, you must know. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
This sounds very misogynistic.
She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Ah yes, the new world. Someday we'll discover the new world, and we can leave all the new worlds behind.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
She must have been smoking some primo shit.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want to know more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even faraway Supramuindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning. In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been... I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me.
Oh, she was insultingly beautiful. She was humanity's young mother, a perfect mother. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her, a A small attaché of officials stood by as her Therriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen. One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later, a young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
She was an alien, or maybe she was in cahoots with the crab people.
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents.
She was an alien.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a lizard person.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
I'm guessing this is the something terrifying about her.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
There's something bad about her.
You
I want to know.
already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Therriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Yep, here we go.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Yep, you poke at religions enough and you'll find genocide.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Yeah, the episode's running a little bit long, but I feel like we need to finish this.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Has it been that long?
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Why did we tolerate this bourgeois woman that long before we shot her? Yeah. War criminal!
I don't know about that. It was a different time, a different war. Either way, this church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
Let's try to reconstruct the cracked glass.
The shards glimmer in the dark.
Damn it.
You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You know the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago. by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know, Kim?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Lesetsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
I don't... Respectful? When has religion ever respected me?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Are you, Kim?
A pang of guilt. The lieutenant is leaving something out.
You know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
And who, pray tell, conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Wait, did I break this? Is that why I feel sad? Shit.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
Guess I could have been
I'm sorry,
here.
I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
No, I must know why I was here.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
I don't like it. But that is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Before I end the recording, I want to go pick up shoes. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this gives me perception. What did the shoes give me? Empathy. I need empathy. Is this all I can pick up? Apparently. Okay, now that we have the fancy shoes, I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, I have been Pope, and I will see you all next time.